coronavirus testing is rapidly changing. Now, researchers at the Utah Department of Health and a local research lab are learning about how the disease spreads in our state.
Yeah, the test analyzes the genetic code of the virus, hunting down where it came from, potentially how to stop it. News specialist Jed Bull joins us live right now. And Jed, how does this approach work differently than testing we have seen so far?
Mike, just as each human has a unique genetic code, each swab of coronavirus from a person's nose has a unique genetic blueprint. The Utah Public Health Lab has become a real pioneer in using that genetic code in order to track the virus.
So right now we've sequenced approximately 600 or so COVID-19 genomes.
That's the genetic material taken from 600 Utahns who tested positive for COVID-19.
We try to trace it back to its source using these kind of, molecular biology gene sequencing techniques.
Dr. Kelly Okeson, the Public Health Lab's chief scientist for next-generation sequencing, tells me it's cool science that has a real public health impact.
Our goal is to actually sequence every positive specimen in Utah. And with that kind of data, then we can really start pinpointing trends.
Working with ARUP Laboratories here and Boston-based Ginkgo Bioworks to study the genetics of COVID-19 and analyze how the molecular makeup is evolving. Samples from different positive COVID-19 tests that are similar might suggest the virus came from a similar source. Right now, Okeson tells me, it looks like COVID-19 came into Utah from several directions.
It doesn't look like it was a single point introduction. It looks like it was kind of multiple introductions from around our neighboring states and then also spreading back out to those neighboring states.
He says there's been a lot of COVID-19 transmission in and around Utah, and we are sharing it back and forth with our neighboring western states.
We're also starting to look at some of kind of the hot spots.
The Navajo Nation, the homeless community, long-term care facilities. They're getting that genetic data to find out how the virus spreads once it gets inside.
Single introduction that then sparks this kind of wildfire and it grows, or is it, 3 or 4 multiple introductions?
As a Utah native, Okeson enjoys working on public health solutions for his own community.
I've been here all my life. I love Utah, and so being able to help out the residents of Utah is really kind of warms my heart and what keeps me going from day to day.
The scientist and his team hope to analyze every positive COVID-19 sample that has been taken here in Utah to give them the clearest picture possible of how that virus is moving. So very fascinating work. We'll follow up on that in a month or two. Guys?
Yeah, very cool. All right, Jed, thank you.